Apple is anticipated to introduce its next flagship iPhone range in 2 months. Recently, a leaker has disclosed 2 possible screen improvements that may appear on several new models. Digital Chat Station, the leaker, published a fresh post on Weibo today regarding their expectations for the iPhone 17 line. Many details have been revealed previously, but 2 key features stand out, both related to the iPhone 17 screens. According to the publication, all iPhone 17 models will have reduced bezels, not just the Pro variants as seen last year, and there is a new dynamic island UI planned. The first point is understandable. Last year, Apple introduced new display sizes for its Pro models and significantly reduced the bezels. This year, the standard iPhone 17 will feature the same larger 6.3-inch display that debuted with the iPhone 16 Pro last year, making it likely that the new display will also have diminished bezels. Furthermore, the iPhone 17 Air is a new flagship model with a distinctive screen size, so it also makes sense for it to have reduced bezels. However, Digital Chat Station's mention of the dynamic island is somewhat perplexing. For one, the leaker's track record suggests expertise in hardware rather than software features. The term UI refers to a software component. Earlier this year, Digital Chat Station indicated that a smaller dynamic island was forthcoming, at least for the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Perhaps there is physical evidence of a redesigned dynamic island. The leaker Digital Chat Station says that he expects the software to changes and will become the accompanying new hardware. However, the post suggests that this adjustment would apply to all iPhone 17 models, which has not been reported previously. In summary, while the bezel rumor appears likely to be accurate, there remains considerable uncertainty regarding the changes to the dynamic island. Next, the iPhone 17 Pro may reverse the design decision made with the iPhone X. Since the iPhone X was introduced in 2017, all of Apple's premium iPhone models have featured either stainless steel or titanium frames. However, there is speculation that this design decision may change with the upcoming iPhone 17 Pro versions later this year. In a post from the Chinese social media site Weibo, the account Instant Digital reported that the iPhone 17 Pro models will feature an aluminum frame, complemented by a glass section on the back to support MagSafe and HUA wireless charging capabilities. This part aluminum, part glass design for the iPhone 17 Pro models was initially reported by Wayne Muller from The Information and has since been corroborated by another source. Apple has consistently used aluminium frames for its lower-end iPhone models each year, including the current iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Plus. In contrast, the higher-end iPhone 16 Pro and iPhone 16 Pro Max utilize titanium frames, so a return to aluminium for the Pro models would represent a significant change. Instant Digital noted that the metal frame will be exceptionally thin and anticipates that the iPhone 17 Pro models will feature ultra-thin bezels. While aluminium is lighter and less expensive than titanium, Apple's reasons for potentially reverting to this material remain unclear at this time. Instant Digital claims to have over 1.4 million followers on Weibo and has accurately revealed Apple information in the past, such as the yellow finish for the iPhone 14 and iPhone 14 Plus, as well as the titanium Milanese loop for the Apple Watch Ultra 2. However, like other sources, the account does not have an impeccable track record. Apple is expected to announce the iPhone 17 series in September, so we will soon discover if and why the company is returning to metal. New drawings today revealed the updated design of the iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max, with a repositioned Apple logo and a revised MagSafe magnet array. Several design revisions for the iPhone 17 Pro model have been anticipated for some time, including an expanded camera bump that covers the full width of the smartphone, with the LiDAR scanner and flash relocating to the right side. Additionally, the smartphone is anticipated to migrate to an aluminum frame that features this new camera bump design, similar to the iPad Pro. To support wireless charging, a notch will be inserted in the metal frame below the camera bump for a glass part. Recently, it was discovered that the Apple logo may be moved to the middle of this glass component. This modification means that the Apple logo will seem lower in proportion to the total height of the device. This adjustment would affect the look of MagSafe accessories, since the magnetic ring on clear cases will conceal the Apple logo. To overcome this problem, Apple is likely to change the typical MagSafe magnet array to include a break in the circle, enabling the Apple logo to be seen. The iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max are likely to come in the fall, with upgrades such as a 48-megapixel telephoto camera, a 24-megapixel front-facing camera, and the A19 Pro CPU. Estimating the release date for iPhones is quite easy. For nearly a decade, every numbered iPhone has been released in September, with the exception of the iPhone 12, which was delayed by a month due to COVID-19. Therefore, it is quite possible that the iPhone 17 will be unveiled in September, with an event taking place within the first 2 weeks of the month. The iPhone 16 likely followed the established practice, with Apple presenting a presentation on September 9, 2024. The 4 new versions are slated to go on sale beginning September 20. Determining the price of the iPhone 17 is especially tough at this time, particularly owing to anticipated tariffs introduced by the Trump administration that may disrupt gadget costs. President Trump has directly threatened Apple with a 25% tax unless it relocates iPhone manufacture to the US, which seems implausible. Apple did not raise pricing for its most current iPhone models. The iPhone 16 begins at $799, while the iPhone 16 Pro Max is priced at $1,199. However, the iPhone 16e, released this spring, had a different fate at $599. It is $179 more costly than the iPhone SE model it replaces, while the 16e does include support for Apple Intelligence features. Next, in April, a video showed what seemed like a dummy iPhone 17 Pro, but fresh photographs show us the next Pro model iPhone up close. The leaked pictures came from the same tipster on X named Majin Official, who released 2 pictures of what they say is a black iPhone 17 Pro model, which is quite different from the boring beige devices seen in the April video. These pictures don't show us anything really new that we haven't seen in other renderings or CAD drawings. This variant of the iPhone 17 Pro has colors that are substantially deeper and less two-toned, and a picture that was released before that was also from Majin Buu. The fresh photographs offer us a peek at the larger camera module on the back of the phone, where the flash has been shifted all the way to the right side of the phone. Plus, the Apple logo on the rear of the iPhone has been shifted down a little. It's unclear given the perspective of the photographs, but the buttons look to be more flush with the phone compared to those on the iPhone 16 Pro. We'll get to see for ourselves when the iPhone 17 series debuts in the autumn, possibly in Apple's customary September timeframe. I never fully believed that possibility. Apple only made a recent camera enhancement, an iPhone 15 Pro Max exclusive, because there really wasn't a place for it in the smaller Pro, for instance. It was launched on the iPhone 16 Pro instead. All of this tends to imply that the forthcoming Pro Max will be fairly identical to the Pro, aside from the battery life. However, given that it's such a critical indicator for any phone, that's a major boost. 3 out of 4 iPhone 17 models will contain more RAM than the corresponding iPhone 16 models, according to a fresh leak that corresponds with earlier reports. The all-new iPhone 17 series will each be packed with 12 gigs of RAM, according to Fixed Focus Digital, an account with more than 2 million followers on Chinese social media site Weibo. The account was presumably the first to identify the name of the iPhone 16e before the gadget was launched, so their current revelation has credibility, although they do not have an extensive track record yet. The basic model iPhone 17 will contain 8 gigs of RAM, matching the amount included in all iPhone 16 versions, according to the report. Apple supply chain analyst Ming-Chi Kuo also stated the iPhone 17 series would each feature 12 gigs of RAM. At the time, he was unclear whether the basic model iPhone 17 will feature 8 gigs or 12 gigs of RAM, owing to probable RAM supply restrictions. He has not offered an update on it since then. What do you think about these latest theories surrounding the iPhone 17 line? Let us know in the comments. So that's all we know for now. We'll be sure to keep you informed as soon as we obtain more information. Thanks for watching.